Hello again and welcome to another video on Ludiflex. Today we are going to create this amazing login and register form. Some cool features of this project is that it has a button for viewing the password. As you can see, you can click on it and see the password and click on it again and hide the password. So when there is no password typed, the icon will become locked, and when you start typing, it will become icon. So which is really amazing, and some really good designs out here. So as well, the sign up form, it has the same functionalities as on the login. So this project is also responsive in every device, so it will be accessible on small devices as well. Okay, let's get started. This is our folder for our project. We have the CSS, JavaScript, and the image, which contains the background image. Okay, this is our HTML, our CSS, and our main JavaScript file. So let's start by creating a new link between our CSS and also for our JavaScript file. Okay, now let's go ahead and search for our web icons. We will use ion icons. So let's go to usage and copy and paste in our file. Okay, now our icons also are linked. Then let's start by creating a form container division and then our form column. Also create another division for button box, which will hold the button for sign in and sign up. We will add class of btn, and then we'll put the ID, login, and for register or sign up, we'll put the ID for register. And also remember to differentiate those buttons. First one will be button 1 and the second button 2. Okay, now let's go to our login form container. We will use a form tag and put the form box class and the login form class also. Okay, now below the form container, we'll add the form title, which will be sign in, and the form inputs division, which will hold the input box, and also in the input box we have input field where user would type username or the password. Then we put the placeholder to username and to must be required. Okay, let's get the icons for the user. Copy it and paste it in the file, and also remember to put the cross icon. Okay, copy this and paste it. We change to password, and then also search for the lock icon, copy it and paste it in the file. Also remember to put the cross icon. Okay, as you can see, we have everything. So now let's go to our style.css and start styling it. So yeah, our base, we'll change margin to 0, padding 0, box sizing to border box, and the font family will be Poppins. So remember to import it like we did on the top there. And then our body, we'll change the background to our BG image. Okay, see, we have it, but we need to make it look good. So you change the position to center, and then the background size to cover. Then the background attachment will be fixed, and it must not be repeating, no repeat. Okay, now it is better. So let's continue in our body and add display flex, align items center, justify content center, and minimum height will be 100 viewport height, and then the padding will be 20 pixels on the left and right. Okay, let's continue with our form container. Let's start by making display flex, and the width will be 450 pixels and 600 pixels height. Then the border, 3 pixels, will be solid with a white color with a low opacity. Okay, you can see it looks nice. And then also let's change the border radius to 30 pixels and add the blur to 20 pixels to make it look good. So here we can put an overflow hidden, but we can comment it for now. We will use it later. Let's go to our form column, which holds all those inputs, and we make it position relative with 100% width and the overflow hidden, but we will comment it also. And then the button box, let's start styling it by adding the display flex, justify content center, and then the gap between those buttons to be 10 pixels, margin top 30 pixels. And then for a single button, we'll add the font weight of 500, padding on top and bottom 8, 30 pixels on left and right, border none, border radius 30 pixels, and the background should be a white color with a low opacity, and the color would be white. And also add the box shadow to make it look good. Okay, nice. So the cursor will be pointer and the transition will be like that. So let's start on the login button, which is button 1, and change the color to that dark blue, and on the hover the opacity will reduce. Okay, now you can see it is looking good. Okay, let's go to the form box itself, then the position absolute, translate on x-axis minus 50%, display flex, then flex direction to column, align item center width 100%, padding 30 pixels on left and right, then transition. So on the login form, it will have those codes above, plus the left it will be 50%. Okay, now it is in the middle. Okay, let's go to the form inputs. And the width will be 100%, and the input box, the position will be relative. Okay, then on those inputs, the width is 100%, height 55 pixels, then margin top 10 pixels and bottom 10 pixels, color white, border none, border radius 50%, and also add the box shadow. So here on the input field, you have to increase the size to 16 pixels, then padding, and then also change the background color to be a white color with low opacity, and also add the blur effect. So let's change the color of the placeholder to white and the size. Okay, you can see it is looking good. So change the icon. Going to put the position to absolute, and then top 50%, the light 20 pixels, and transform translate on Y minus 50%, then color it will be white, then the width 17 pixels and height 17 pixels. Now it is looking good. Okay, let's see, let's add the form title there and style it margin top and bottom 40 pixels, then the color white, font size 28 pixels, and font weight 600. Okay, now it is looking good. Okay, let's continue adding some other elements. So first we change the password, press order to add other elements. Then I start by adding the forgot password division to have a link for the forgot password, and then also add another division for the submit button. It will have the sign in text and also the arrow icon, should get from iron icons. Okay, that one, copy it and paste. Okay, now let's continue with our social login, and then add the social login box, search for the logos, have Google, and also add the cross to social login icon. Copy this and paste it, and we use Facebook, Twitter, and GitHub. Okay, you can see you have all the icons set. So let's go and start styling them. Okay, we have social login, display flex, gap 20 pixels, margin top 20 pixels. Then on the social login box, display flex, line items center, justify content center, then height 40 pixels and width 40 pixels. Then change the background to the same color we have been using before. Also the border like this, it will be a cycle. Add also the box shadow and the color to white. So let's change the size for the icon using width. Okay, and when we hover, it will scale down and the color will change to that color. If something is long, let's add the transition. Okay, now it is looking good. Okay, let's continue with we did not do on the forgot password, so let's go ahead and style it. Display flex, just find content light, and then gap 5 pixels, and this will also be applied on remember me class. We use it on register. And then forgot password link, the color will be white and the text decoration will be none, size 14 pixels. And then when the user hover, text decoration will be underlined. Okay, good. So let's continue with our submit button. Display flex, line item center, justify content center, gap 10 pixels, background, and then cursor to point. You can see that it has the same design on the input fields. It is because we are using the same class, which is input. Yes. However, the gap will increase in order to show that cool effect. Okay, now we are done with the login. Okay, let's continue with the register. So we are going to copy all the code for the login and paste it and start changing some few stuffs, like here, register form, and then you can see we have it. And let's add some CSS for register form. Left will be minus 50%, and then register form title, it will have a margin block of 40 pixels and 20 pixels. Okay, good. Okay, let's continue changing to sign up. Then there on remember me, and then remember me, we add the checkbox instead of having a forgot password link. Have a remember me. Okay, you can still have it, and change on the button to sign up. Also add the email, Okay, good. Remember to add the cross. Okay, you can see we have it. It is working well, and there is a small error. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I forgot to change and remember me. Change the color of the rubber to white and the font size. Okay, good. So here we have a comma. It should not be there. Yeah, so that the register form can also be in the middle. So we are going to add the JavaScript in order to make it work. Start by creating the login button using query selector. You get that ID login, correct that and copy it, change to register button, copy also the ID, the register, and add the login form, copy the class, change to .login form, and also add the register form from the class register form. Okay, now we have all the variables set. Start working on the functions. When the login button is clicked, using add event listener, when it is clicked, the button style, specifically on the background color, it will change, and that background color, it will be removed from the register button, and it has that same color we've been using. And then the form, the login form, it will be in the middle, and the register form will be outside, which will not be visible. And also add the opacity in order to make it look good. Let's copy it and change this to register button also. When it is also clicked, we have to exchange those values like that, and then I will have 150. Okay, good. Okay, you can see it is working, but the color, it is not working. Let's see. Forgot to put the hashtag. It will work. Okay, yes. So let me show you how it is really working. You can see, yeah, it's working like that. So remember where we commented the overflow hidden, change it so that will hide. Okay, let's then comment this also. Okay, now we have our login working really well. So now we are going to work on these icons, and in order to make it the function, the form be able to show the password when the user clicks on show password button. Start by creating our own input to change the icon when the user starts typing, and add all these IDs and on-click functions. Do the same thing on the register button, the register form. Add those ID and those on click and on input functions so that it will work. Okay, so let's start by adding the variables. We have our login input field, get element by ID from our login form, use our log password, and also our login input icon. So do the same thing also on the register form. Okay, well, let's start working on our functions with my log password, which will show the password in the login form. So if the type of an input is equal to password, then it will change to text when the user clicks on the icon, and also the icon, it will change so that the user can click it again to hide the password. Because it is working here. So let's also create an else. Okay, show and then hide it, show and hide. It is working really well. So let's copy this and paste it and change so that it will be available also on our register form. So change those variables too. Okay, now we are good to work on the sign up form also. Okay, so the next thing, it is that function to change icon when the user starts typing the password. So we use that value.next in order to know when the value starts increasing. When it is above 0, which means there is at least one character, and the icon would change to I outline instead of being a lock icon. And then when there is nothing, it will become a lock again. So yes, it is working. Nice. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.